Good evening, welcome to the
Got
special meeting of the Select Board on the 27th of June, 2022. Call the meeting to order at 6:01 p.m. Are there changes or additions to the agenda?
Do you want to identify ourselves first?
Oh, thank you for the reminder. We'll start with Mr. Gallo,
Dave Gallup, Selectman.
Scott Breyer, Selectman.
David Barlow, Secretary of the Select Board.
Bill Marquette, Select Board.
And now we'll move on to changes or additions to the agenda. I just have one item that's, I think, a quick kill. Deb needs Phil to have permission to review and approve the AP run on the week of 11th of July. So we're not gonna be able to get the AP ready until after the next meeting, assuming we meet on the 5th of July. But at that point, we need to really get an AP run out.
I make a motion that we allow Phil to approve the AP during the time that Mr. Barlow just stated.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Yeah. So let's add on what our next meeting will be.
Oh, when are we gonna have our next meeting?
Well, let's add that to the agenda right now as well.
Yeah.
The normally scheduled next meeting would occur on the 4th of July. I'm fairly certain none of us want to be here that day, Monday the 4th. So one possibility is to move it to Tuesday the 5th.
So when we talked the other day, David, I thought I could, but I forgot I have a meeting that day, that night.
Let's skip it and go to the third week.
That was my thought.
We got anything pressing?
I don't have anything particularly pressing other than the AP. We have the.
Or if we wanted to hire someone for a position.
Well, if that's underway and it's been,
I guess that'll be dependent on tonight, won't it?
first one
Okay.
member, then
I'm good with doing it anytime during any week or any day or postponing it to. Unless we want to just change them to like instead of the 4th, do one on like the 11th and then do the next one on the
We
20th.
could do the 11th and skip the third week.
Yeah, do the 11th and then do the 25th.
Well, how about do the 11th and then just take that second meeting out and do the first?
We're trying to get you to rest a little, Brian.
I'm good with whatever you guys want. Man.
Let's do the 11th.
Let's do the 11th for now.
I will reschedule that for 11th of July, and that negates really the need for the previous motion, but that's okay. We'll keep it in place just in case.
Okay.
And do we then make that the only July meeting, or do you want to decide on the 11th whether we're doing?
Let's decide on the 11th.
We'll see what's going on. We'll leave the other meeting scheduled and we can change it or cancel it.
That would be
That'd be the following week,
18th.
25th.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 18th.
Okay. Allow for public comment. Do you have any public comment? No public comment heard. We will move on to number 4, an anticipated executive session for legal discussions. So first we would need a motion that finds the premature.
So I make a motion to go on executive sessions. I move to find that premature general public knowledge regarding the town's legal strategy with certain contract matters would fairly place the town at a substantial disadvantage because the select board risks closing is, what is that, negotiation strategy if it discusses the strategy in public. I move that we enter.
I'm sorry, stop, interrupt. I need a second to that motion. Somebody,
I'll make a second.
okay, and then a a vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then,
I move that we enter into executive session to discuss confidentially attorney-client communication made for the purpose of providing professional legal services to the body under the provisions of Title I, Section 313, A1F of the Vermont statute.
Do we have those statutes mixed up?
no,
You got legal.
yeah, we're doing a legal
We're
one first.
doing it
Okay.
first.
All right.
So we need a motion on that.
You made the motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So we do have one member of the public here. I'm going to have to move you into the waiting room. Oh, we have two. So for those members of the public that are in attendance, we are moving into executive session to discuss legal matters. So I'm going to put you into the waiting room where you're welcome to wait. Once we come out.
David, repeat that because that one, I think their audio just started working.
Okay. For the two members of the public that have joined us, we are entering into executive session. So I will be placing you into the waiting room area of the Zoom session. Once we come out of the executive session, then I will bring you back into the main Zoom room. Okay, I believe we have succeeded. We close the door. We do have a meeting going on downstairs. The parents call.
Okay.
Just to deploy the cone of silence. Oh, let me stop the recording. Pause. So we have exited executive session. There is nobody in the waiting room. And we can,
Okay, so at this time, no decision's been made. So we're done with that executive
Okay.
session.
then we can move to number 5, the anticipated executive session for personnel discussions.
So I move that we go into executive session to discuss the hiring of an employee under provisions of Title I, Section 313A3 of the Vermont statutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, we will pause the recording. So we are exiting the second executive session, number 5 on the agenda.
The board has, or wishes to authorize David Barlow to negotiate further discussion for the position of the town administrator position. Good enough? Or
Okay.
we need a
I
vote?
just want to so move and vote on
So
that.
moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, that way the decision is made outside of the executive session.
Okay,
Okay, so that concludes number 5. Number 6 is adjourned.
Make a motion to adjourn.
so move. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yay.